based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
They send the tight end in motion. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
J'ai fait n'importe quoi.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Throwing now from the gun. He's going to let this one go deep.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Browns. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary,
c'est pas trop. Non, 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 des fois ça peut être dur. Hein. Ah oui, là c'est parce que je suis prêt.
C'est toujours pris, quand tu fais
Oui, mais des fois, en vrai, ils ratent. Hein. Après, en général, dans 90% du temps, ils réussissent. Voire les très bons kickers, ils réussissent à 98%. Mais des fois, tu peux rater en fonction des conditions, s'il y a du vent, s'il pleut, s'il neige. Après, tu as le joueur d'en face, il peut venir te contrer aussi, s'il a le bon timing.
Oui, mais après,
Ah, mais des fois, il y en a un, il passe au travers, hein. Même dans Madden. Hein. Dans le jeu. Mais bon, ça arrive pas souvent. Je crois pas, je sais pas.
J'ai déjà vu toi contrer.
Ouais, mais bon, je l'ai pas mis par terre, ça m'énerve. À le faire tomber. Non, au premier coup, non, il a réussi à avancer encore derrière. Et après, oui.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A play fake. Now it's Purdy.
Oh, il a pas attrapé.
And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Là, j'ai fait une grosse erreur.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
Ouh, Jojo, c'est le pick 6. C'est le pick 6, ça. C'est une intercept et tu retournes en touchdown. Donc tu piques et tu mets 6 points. Yes. Ah, parfaite lecture du papa, là. J'ai suivi le taille tout le long. Interception et on rentre à la maison. Ça fait plaisir.
To the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick 6. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Purdy. Now, right on the heels of the pick six, he is intercepted. That's the safety, Grant Delpit.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. He's got room to roam. And they're going to be set up. So they've got it inside the 15.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Oh, he pumps up the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes. You're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive.
Second down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard. And this is going to set him up with 1st and goal. Mark them out of bounds at the 4. They'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They'll try to run with Hubbard. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2. So we've played a... So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Bates' kick is good. And the Browns stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. He's on his way. And he will dive into the end zone. One play, 70 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ready up!
Purdy gonna give this to Garendo. Well, they'll get the penalty yardage back here. Pickup of 10, and it will be 2nd and 10.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Garendo. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third and 9. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now, faking the give. First down throw there is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon?
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Nicole Hardman deep to return. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Purdy works out of the pistol. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
3rd down, Purdy. Open man, right side, he's got it. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They face 2nd down and 7. One more time, it's Guerrero. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards, but we'll need to check on the call. On 2nd down, Purdy. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. Receiver in motion, headed left. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Moody's kick is good. And the 49ers are finally on the board. It's 17-3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
They'll return this from the 11. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Here's a 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Back to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that 1st effort, which he shanked. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To throw, Purdy. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
3rd and short. Purdy. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Mitch Wisnowski now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now, fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. So we are at halftime here in the Super Bowl. And for the final time this year, we send it to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. 2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. This one skips the landing zone, goes all the way over the back line, so the ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Garendo. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Purdy to throw. That one taken in by Mitchell. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Purdy now from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Second and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This is taken at his own 30. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a designed run. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Return man steering clear of this one. They're going to mark it down at the 20-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down. They motion the slot man left. They run on the jet sweep. They get 18 on that one. 1st down, Cleveland.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
On the give, it's Hubbard. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Jair Brown on the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Now this time they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Niners will take over here just past the 30.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
First and 10 for Purdy. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Down the sideline. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, San Francisco. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play here in the big game. 47 yards. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5.
Here we go, set.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
He'll look to throw. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. This throw left is complete with Judy.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw. That's taken in. And he's going to have that 1st down. They didn't want to settle for 3. And now it's 1st and goal.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Here's Chubb. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. So, 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 61. We are back for the 4th from New Orleans after this. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Chubb. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. It's Jones. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Browns. Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns move out to a 24-10 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Injury on the field, and it is George Kittle who is in some discomfort. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday.
Let's go now.
Purdy on 1st down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. On 2nd down, Purdy. Finding his tight end, Mayer. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy.
That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Throwing now on third and long. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. A tight end in motion now. They'll go play action with Purdy. He's got the tight end mare.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. A shotgun snap. He'll look. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has two options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Once again, it's Chubb. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Two-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 2.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Here comes Garenda. It'll grind out a couple of yards, give them a little bit of space out to the 3. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Purdy now back near his goal line. Throw over the middle, looked in by Mitchell.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. The motion man here is Mitchell. He gets that complete to his tight end Mayer. He's going to have that 1st down, gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
A 1st down throw for Purdy. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. And Mitchell, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Just under 2 minutes to play on Super Bowl Sunday. We're back to write a finish to the season after this. And here we go, 4th and inches. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he's going to have the 49ers 1st down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 on 4th and inches.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Got it. Ready?
Slot man in motion right. They'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Here we go. Set. Get going.
They're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Trap 60.
Now Purdy. That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
Here we go.
Pugs on that sideline. One final kneel down, and that will put the bow on this championship season. And the Browns have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. What a moment. Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Cleveland Browns. They are your Super Bowl 61 champion. So that'll do it for another spectacular season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Greg Olson, and our entire crew, I'm Mike Tirico. We'll do it again come the fall. Till then, so long from the Super Bowl.